Hello everyone, welcome to this first tutorial of this course. I am Dr. Jaimini and today I'll show you some examples of misleading visualizations. And in this week, you have already learned the importance of visualization in making decisions. You have also learned different do's and don'ts while representing data to avoid any ambiguity as well as any scope for misinterpretation by the user. For this tutorial, I have collected a few cases from the newspaper and wherein data has been wrongly represented and that can mislead the readers in analyzing a particular scenario. Now let's see our first example. While summarizing data in a bar chart, you should take utmost care in setting the x-axis and y-axis. Now look at this bar chart. The chart shows the number of people in US receiving some form of federal welfare during the year 2009 till 2011 across different quarters. Now by looking at this chart, what comes to your mind? It appears that the welfare problem is spiraling out of control in US over the years across the quarters. However, here's the catch. Just look at the y-axis. You can see that the y-axis actually does not start from zero. So the range of y-axis values are between 94 million and 108 million, and this is not a very big range. So if you plot these data in a bar chart where the y-axis starts from zero, the length of all these bars also will be of similar height. So that means the problem is not that worse. Now let's see our next example. Look at this pie chart. This pie chart represents a result of some opinion polls in US presidential run. Generally, not always in a pie chart, the edges should sum up to 100% of the data. But if you could see this pie chart, you will see that the summation is more than 100%. So this is not a accurate pie chart. Now this chart represents the data on active COVID-19 cases in Chennai between July 31st and August 6th. So the intent of this chart is to show a comparative study between July and August in terms of the COVID cases. However, the stack chart is not an appropriate chart in this case because it is very difficult to compare these two datasets using the stacked bar chart, and you have actually need to focus on the numeric part of every bar. So this the bar chart become a redundant here. uh, Actually a bar chart with two series of columns uh, for every categories would have been a better representation of this data, and that also will be very helpful for the reader to have a comparative study. Now look at this chart. This chart shows the increase of petrol prices over the years from 2004 to 2008. It also shows the percentage increase of petrol prices across the years. So from 2004 to 2009, the petrol price has jumped by 20.5 percentage from 33.71 rupees to 40.62 rupees. Between 2009 and 2004, it has jumped by 25 or 75.8% from 40.62 rupees to 71.41 rupees. From 2014 to 2018, the price has actually increased from 71.41 rupees to 80.73 percentage. But by looking at the chart, what you can see, the length of the bar in 2018 should have been more than 2014, but it is the reverse one. And it appears that from this chart, actually the price has gone down from 2014 to 2018 because the arrow has been marked downward. So this is not a correct chart. Actually, the analyst might have intended to show that the percentage increase actually is dropped from 75.8 percentage to 13%. But in fact, in that case also, since the increase is positive, your bar chart in 2018, the length should be more than 2014. So actual chart might look like this. So it will gradually increasing from 2004 to 2018. Okay, in the lecture, the emphasis is given on the point that a 3D pie chart is often misleading. And here I have collected two examples to prove this. So if you see in this chart, generally human eyes are very sensitive to the area occupied by a particular color. In a 3D pie chart, the the color of this edge is same as color of the surface. So if you compare the same edge between the 3D and 2D, the area of this 3D edge looks bigger than that area of the same 2D diagram. So if you compare these two charts, and for item D, no, so for item C, you may infer that item A appears have a lesser share than item C. But if you see the 2D diagram, this actually the item A share is almost twice as is more than twice as that of item C. So this actually gives a misleading interpretation. And this is the other diagram. Here example. Here actually if you compare both these charts, in the 2D chart, you can clearly see that the share of item A is lot more than that of B. However, in a 3D pie chart, you can see that both A and B share looks similar. All right, so here are the few examples of misleading visualizations. You can also search in your day-to-day life from the examples from the newspapers or the media. If you find some examples, do post it on the discourse forum. Thank you.